One recipe from this episode will be in the Arts and Life section of the Winnipeg Free Press.
We are back with this spectacular beer rainbow here as we savor the flavor tonight. Great Taste of Manitoba. Aaron Alblas, Manitoba Liquor Marts, is going to explain his choices in just a second. But to go along with all of these spectacular dishes that we made tonight, Ellen, let's walk through our recipes again.
For sure. You know, they're so great. They bring the flavor, they're economical, and they have the best quality ingredients that we're using. So we started off with the Better Than Takeout Hot and Sour Soup, and that's a creation by Andrea Bucket. You know, really great introduction, some spice, but yet a really kind of mild flavor. And then we have our Indian-inspired chili tofu. Again, there's more spice and flavors going on there, so I can't wait to see what we paired it with. And then that delicious crispy tofu noodle dish with the crispness of the veggies, but then also the crispness of the tofu, but yet that smoothness as well. So I'm really excited.
Join the Great Taste community. If you've got a question for one of our experts, or if you've tried one of our recipes, drop us a note at greattastemb.ca or on our social media channels.
Well, break it down.
All right, so we have 3 local beer, which I love to showcase local beer. Interesting fact about beer, when you look at the ingredients, it's made out of malted barley, hops, water, and yeast. So the malting process with barley is very important. It's where the starch gets converted into sugar so that the yeast can then transform the liquid into beer. Fun fact about malting barley is when barley's in the field and it's being grown, it has to meet rigorous specifications for malting, and less than 20% actually makes the cut. And malt is where beer gets its color. It's also where it gets this nice nutty, cereal, sweet flavor and aroma. So what we've got with the hot and sour soup is we have Torque Brewing What the Hellas Lager. Now lager is the thirst quenching style of beer. If we look at lagers and ales, lager is the one that you're commonly drinking when it's hot out, when you're watching a game. What's nice about Hellas Lager is it's slightly maltier, so it has a little more flavor. Nice with your soup. Next we have Fort Garry Brewing Dark Ale, which dark doesn't always mean heavy. This is actually an English mild style. So we have curry, we have an English style. It totally makes sense. It works very well. Lastly, what we have is a hoppy beer. So hops really give bitterness to beer. So it's important to have the sweetness from malt to balance that, or else it would really be too astringent. It wouldn't be very pleasing on your palate. This is One Great City Monkey Trail Pale Ale. When you see Pale Ale, IPA, you're getting into the hop territory. So if you have a hoppy beer with a darker color, you're gonna have that balance of the malty sweetness. So when you're buying your beer, you might see the name that's on it. You might see things like IBU, which stands for bitterness unit. You might be afraid of dark beer, thinking it'll be too heavy, but what I would encourage you to do is grab your beer rainbow, mix and match, kind of explore a little bit, and see what style really suits your fancy, because beer does pair very well with food.
And it seems like there's always some sort of new thing to try. So many things being crafted here locally, which is very exciting. You know what? We love hearing from you. We would love to know what you think of our beverage pairings, our recipes, so you can find us all over the place online. Of course, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, all of these recipes that we make every Saturday night can be found on greattastemb.ca. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know how it went. And we'll see you next Saturday night right here on Great Taste of Manitoba. Thanks for watching.
Great Tastes of Manitoba is presented by Manitoba Liquor Mart. Great Tastes is brought to you by greattastemb.ca. Local farms, local foods. Great Taste is sponsored by the Government of Canada and Manitoba Agriculture through the Canadian Agricultural Partnership. Great Taste is produced in cooperation with participating Manitoba Commodities, Manitoba Agriculture, and Manitoba Liquor Mart. Promotional consideration is provided by the Winnipeg Free Press. Des Daniels wardrobe provided in part by Loca Boutique. Great Taste is produced by Frank Digital.